This is a really good one. I'm really excited about this one. I'm going to get you drawing circles. Now, that might sound really easy, but actually drawing them freehand isn't. So we've got some hints and tricks how you can use other things to help you draw circles if you're not so keen on your freehand, but practice it because you will get better and it's a really good skill to have. So lots in jewellery is round. So this is unfortunately it's not a real diamond, but can you see, looking down on top of it, it's round. And I would say 8 out of 10 gemstones that we put into designs are round. I think for you, from a creativity perspective, don't be limited by thinking everything has to be round, but this is a really good place to start. So, pendants. One of the simplest designs is a round pendant, and I don't know if you can see on there, that's got my my initial engraved into it and actually cut out with then Mitch written on it as well. This is the first ring I ever made when I joined my mum's business, and like most rings, it's round. So to design that and drawing the side view, I had to draw a circle. Another thing that's round in the jewellery world, not always, but a lot of them, are pearls. So you can see drawing circles is really useful. So Heidi, we're going to have a go at drawing circles freehand. You can download this worksheet off our website. It's 4 pages. I've printed mine out double-sided. I've tried not to put too much colour onto it, just a little bit, to make it a little bit more interesting so it doesn't use up all your colour ink. But it doesn't matter if you don't download this, you can just use a blank piece of paper. So my first challenge for you is to draw a circle freehand and then draw it again twice more and try and get it the same size and shape. So let's have a go at that. Now when I draw freehand, it's always a little bit sketchy. And by that I mean my lines aren't really clean and smooth, they're a little bit jaggedy. That's fine, because to go through the design journey, the process, you're not going to start with perfection, you're not going to start with the end result. It's so much a case of working out what's in your head, getting it down onto a piece of paper and then developing it, working on it. So there's my 3 by hand. They're not too bad, I think the last one's a little bit smaller. But that's something I have done many times over the years, and I've got better and better at it. Nice one, Heidi. Do you mind if I show them?
Sure.
Cool. So there's Heidi's. Now, what was the other challenge? Now, this is a little bit harder. Try drawing 3 circles. Start off with a bigger one, and then one inside it, a little bit smaller, and then one inside of that, smaller again, and try and make the gap, the distance between the 3 of them, the same. Now, one of the reasons why drawing a circle inside another circle is useful is you look at the ring from the side. If you were drawing that, it would be a bigger circle with a smaller one inside. So I'm going to do quite a big one. And I'm wondering if you draw the smallest one then second, that would be helpful, because then the third one, is that a joke? It's a little bit like a Mexican's hat. And then the third one, I'm going to draw equidistance between that one and that one. Nice one, Heidi.
It's quite useful if you rotate the paper as well.
Yep, good point. Yeah, it is. And I've got any coloured pencils? Yes, I have. I'm going to draw in red just so you can see that distance and that distance, if we call it X, whatever, is the same. Now, I know young people and grown-ups of all ages and all abilities are going to be having a go at this, so please don't worry about what it looks like. It's just a way of hopefully helping you get all those ideas, what's in your imagination, down onto paper. So if we are going to make it for you or somebody else, we can really understand what's going on inside of your head. So it's a little bit like what I have to do to give my goldsmith a brief, some instructions. The clearer I am, the more likely he's going to interpret my design and what my customer wants. So on the back of the first sheet of the worksheet, this is a little trick that I still use, is drawing around something. So it might be that a customer says to me, Mitch, that's perfect, that's the size I want, and they've even tried it on. So say for example you're designing something for your mum and you know that's her favourite pendant, you might say I want to design something very similar but with my own twist. So it's a good start point. So you can draw around it. Now I can't draw around the whole of it because there's the hinge at the bottom and the bail, the chain loop at the top.
You have a rough idea.
But it gives me a jolly good idea, and then I can just fill those bits in by hand, like that. Lids are quite useful. Milk tops, coins, although I find coins, because they're ribbed, they give you a funny circle. If you're going to be really snazzy, you can use a template. We use those a lot, so we cheat. And my suggestion to you was to try and find 5 things that are 5 different sizes and draw them so they touch each other but going down in size in descending order. That's quite a common design when you're using gemstones, like for a pendant, for example, or dangly earrings. I'm just going to draw what I mean roughly. Freehand. Feeling a little bit under pressure here. All you people watching me, I guess it's no different to when I'm speaking to a customer, is it? There we go. Very rough. But like that.
Looks a bit like a snowman. Tall snowman.
But if that was a bit smaller, that could be a diamond pendant or some dangly earrings. So have a practice at that. That's a really good exercise for you to use. Now you're probably all wondering why I haven't suggested using a compass. So this is quite a posh one, but you know, you've probably got one at home somewhere where you put a pencil into it. This has got the pencil already built in. But you can measure very accurately with a ruler the diameter that you want, no, the radius that you want, and then put that onto a piece of paper and draw a circle. So this is really accurate, and when you're doing scale drawings it can be very, very helpful. I do find if you're drawing tiny little diamonds, using the compass is quite difficult. It doesn't always stay in position. So my challenge, Heidi, for you is try drawing 3 the same size next to each other
With the compass or without?
with the compass. Yeah. And try drawing 3 inside of each other with even spacing like we did freehand. And I reckon you might find doing freehand actually easier, even though you might think that using the compass was easier. So I thought that was quite a useful exercise.
Difficult using it.
Yeah, I don't find it easy. And then we've got a space on the back just for doing more practice. And maybe by going through this process, you've already started to have some ideas pop into your head. So don't forget, these worksheets are free to download on our website. I will have a link from our homepage. There's also a link on our design competition page as well. So I hope that's useful. If you have any questions that I'm not sort of answering as I go, then just send me an email. My email address is Mitch, which is MITCH, @petrajewellery.com. I'd really love to hear from you. Thank you.